All right, let's take you back to the Oakland Coliseum for full highlights here. LaDainian Tomlinson and the Chargers looking to make it 12 straight over the Oakland Raiders. LT incidentally with 9 100-yard rushing games against the Raiders. Richard Seymour, he suited up for the Raiders after joining them just 2 days ago. Jamarcus Miller Russell to Zach Miller for a gain of 30 here. And then it's Michael Bush. And Charles, not a lot of people talk about him, but if his leg wasn't broken after his coming out of Louisville, he would have been higher than a fourth rounder.
Yeah, he probably would have been a first rounder, and he really announced his presence at the end of last year with a big game with about 177 yards at the end of the season.
How about Richard Seymour, Coach? It's unbelievable.
How do you get out the bus and have a performance like that? Those sacks and pressuring him, and 6 tackles, yeah, he was in the backfield. Every time Phillip was dropping back, he's running that ball all the time.
We do not see this often. LaDainian Tomlinson hit by Greg Ellis. It was Tomlinson's first fumble in his last 993 touches.
Yeah, when you say ball security, I just put a picture of LaDainian Tomlinson right next to it.
All right, second quarter here. Darren McFadden is stripped by Stephen Cooper, and Cooper recovers. And Tom Cable says, guys, you're killing me right now. Chargers ensuing possession here, and it's Rivers from the shotgun to Antonio Gates, who gets down to the 1. And LaDainian Tomlinson took it in from there to tie the game up. Second Raiders possession now. And it's Russell to Lewis Murphy. Who is this kid, Charles?
It's a rookie out of University of Florida. He's a guy who grew up late in the process during his career at Florida. But he thought he had a touchdown. But the rule says Coach? You have to possess the ball all the way to completion of the play.
On the ground.
And he's on the ground. Ball would come out. Yep. Not a touchdown.
All right, so they settle for a field goal. Game still tied at 10 at the break, third quarter. Raiders from their own 35, and it's Russell to Zach Miller, was right open. It's a gain of 25 yards. And on the very next play, McFadden. Oh, a little razzle-dazzle to Johnny Lee Higgins.
Who's this out in front?
Look at Jamarcus Russell.
Look at that. He threw one block. He threw another one at the end. Look at Jamarcus. Throwing a block on Eric Weddle, number 32. Very effective. And that felt so good. He said, give me some more. And he went after another one.
Moves the crowd and led to another Raiders field goal, 13-10, fourth quarter. Same score. It's Rivers to Darren Sproles. This man was hit with the franchise tag in the offseason, making some $6+ million. And he is delivering for the Chargers. Rivers now to Vincent Jackson, who does a nice job of coming back for the ball.
Well, he back-shouldered that ball for him, too, didn't he? And he really turned the corner around. What a nice throw.
All right, Raiders now trying to make something happen. This is Jamarcus Russell on a quarterback sneak. He picked up a first down, but he was injured on the play. Sean Merriman falls on top of Michael Bush. They both land on Russell's leg, so this was not good. He limped off, and Bruce Gradkowski came in and replaced him, but Russell came right back, and this was a big moment for the young fella. He hits Johnny Lee Higgins there, who was drilled by Eric Weddle, hard-hitting safety for the Chargers. But nobody's going to hit Lewis Murphy here, Charles.
4th and 15, Coach. Looked like it should just be standard quarters coverage.
Well, they were. It was quarters, a safety. Receiver made an excellent outside move. Safety dropped off of him, lost him, and he snuck in behind. That just can't happen. That's all in that player.
Raiders on top 20-17, 2:34 left. Maybe too much time on the clock for Phillip Rivers and company. That's Legadou Nane for 23 yards. Later in the drive, Darren Sproles on the draw. Chargers on top 24-20 with just seconds left, and they hold on. They escape on the hair of their chinny chin chin. Phillip Rivers, 24-36, 252 yards and a touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson, incidentally, it was not in for that final drive. An interesting choice there, and they stuck with Darren Sproles all the way. It worked, and the Chargers are winners.
So I had to wait a week, but Matt Castle made his Chiefs debut on Sunday against the Raiders, who came so close to knocking off the Chargers in week number 1. Michael Huff was a factor in this game, in which points were at a premium, to say the least. He picks off Matt Castle early on in the third quarter that led to a go-ahead field goal for the Raiders. They're up 6-3 in the fourth quarter when Huff bags Castle again.
You know, at times it takes some players a little time to mature in this game and understand what the NFL is all about. Now he's finally hitting that point of maturity.
He had 2 career picks coming into the day. As you saw, he just had 2 in this highlight alone. But Matt Castle with 2 and change to go finds Dwayne Bowe to give the Chiefs the lead with 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go, up 10-6. The Raiders, 10 possessions, 7 of them 3 and out, going into this final drive. So odds were that Russell wouldn't be doing this to Lewis Murphy. Odds were that on 3rd and 15, Russell wouldn't be doing this to Todd Watkins.
Give the kid some time, he can make things happen.
2 plays later, with 1:12 to go in the game, flip it out to Darren McFadden, why don't you?
Nice play call, fake dive in the middle, flip it out to the speed guy, go to the pylon.
And the Raiders are up 13-10. We got lead changes now. Look at this game catching fire for Todd Haley. It's 4th and 4 from his own 26. Got to go for it with 36 ticks to go. And there's that man Huff again, breaking it up. And the Raiders win a game in which they gave up 400 yards of offense and didn't break 200 yards themselves.
Do we have to show this?
The Raiders.
So
we
now
contractually
the team
obligated?
who traded Jay Cutler away to the Bears, Josh McDaniels, and the Denver Broncos. McDaniels, incidentally, looking to become first rookie head coach in 22 years to start out 3-0. All right, so it's Kyle Orton to Brandon Marshall for 11 yards, and now Lamont Jordan, the former Raider, but he's stuffed. So the Broncos turning over on downs
playing
on
the
that
Raiders,
4th
you might as well
and
go for it,
They
right, Coach?
brought in Richard Seymour to have some muscle in that.
Yeah, but you know the Raiders are going to turn it over soon.
Coach Mariucci, what would you do with Jamarcus Russell here? I mean,
Receiver
it has been-
falls down on him first
He's
of
got
all.
2 rookie wide receivers starting. They don't help him out very much, and he's having a tough time.
He was looking for Darius Haywood-Bay there, but he was picked off by Ronaldo Hill. And so Kyle Orton and the Broncos making him pay. Orton to Marshall. Okay.
Yeah,
3-yard
easy.
touchdown.
Kyle Orton, all he does is win football games.
And Broncos take an early 7-0 lead.
That's all he
Raiders
did. He went
possession.
and traded.
That time Haywood-Bay didn't fall down, guys. Andre Goodman there with the pick.
He didn't fall down. But with these young receivers, you don't know the timing. You don't know if they're going to be in the right place where they're supposed to be. Jamarcus Russell's having a tough time.
12 of 21 for 61 yards. He averaged 2.1 yards per completion. Corral Buckhalter, 23 yards. He went over the century mark, 108 yards on the ground. And no Sean Marino.
He has
His
another
first
90. That's a
touchdown.
good 1-2 punch now for Denver at the running back spot.
Broncos win it 23-3. They are off to a 3-0 start.
Tom Cable and the Raiders in Houston, where the Texans really needed this one. Looking forward to drop to 1-3, certainly in that division with the Colts playing the way they are. And Steve Slayton came with his best day of the year. 12-yard gain early on with the Texans up 6-3 in the second quarter. 2 plays later allow him to set himself up.
Very well blocked play, but then he gets into the secondary. Uses that speed.
It's every week against the Raiders.
32 yards scored, felt like 72. Raiders just could not do anything on offense. This is just a 3-and-out to, it's a microcosm, as they say.
If this was baseball, they would move them down to the minors.
Like relegation or something like that.
Yeah.
It's the 3rd time in a row that the Raiders did not have over 200 yards of offense. They had less than 200 yards of offense. It's the first time in the lush history of the Raiders that's ever happened. As Jamarcus needs to
Take the
hydrate.
earrings up.
And then safety, as Justin Fargas can't get out of the end zone. Texans are up 22-6 in the 3rd quarter now. And the ensuing free kick was an unmitigated disaster for the silver and black as well. Jacoby Jones right up the hash marks.
We only show you these for 2 reasons.
Hey, no boo-boo here.
Yeah, no boo-boo. He's running to his mama.
29-6.
I don't know what he does in the end zone, but hey,
What is that?
I don't know, but it don't look child-friendly.
It does not look. It was not even fitting for Cable, Tom, or any sort of Cable. 29-6 as the indignities were piled on Jamarcus Russell and the Raiders.
Take out the earrings, man.
We've got livid.
Moochie's phone is ringing right now.
Eli Manning. Don't answer it, Steve. I'm going to go to voicemail. Jamarcus Russell and the Oakland Raiders trying to get over 200 yards of total offense for the first time in 3 games. Eli Manning got as much almost in the first drive. Steve Smith, 43 yards.
Great throw and catch.
He's got a receiving core that's stepping up.
And Ahmad Bradshaw, the guy who made it 7-0, is the guy who made it 14-0. Giants on top. Next drive, Manning on 3rd and 24 hits Ahmad Bradshaw, and he goes 55.
Yeah, this guy's dangerous in
Great
space.
blocking, downfield, great running. This guy must be up for a contract because he's doing it every week.
220 total yards for the Giants in the first quarter, just 13 for Oakland. Second quarter, different quarter, same story. Manning to Manningham.
Is that a Michigan guy?
There he is. We need some love this weekend. 30-yard touchdown, 21-0. Giants on top. Next Raiders possession. Jamarcus Russell was sacked 6 times. He fumbled 3 times, including this one. Just 100 yards passing.
Not good.
3 plays into the next Giants possession. Manning to Hakeem Nicks. 2 games, 2 touchdowns for the rookie. And Manning would be done.
Yeah, why not? Take him out of there. Plantar fasciitis with the foot. Rest him. They're ahead comfortably.
He had 173 yards passing in the first half. Oakland had 124 total yards for the game.
That tells the story.
And David Carr comes in and he scores on the ground.
Watch the pump fake. That keeps people in coverage. Pump! Go to the pylon.
When Carr gets
He's
away
a kid
from the
from
sack,
Fresno State.
that's a problem.
And Steve Tisch has got his famous friends on the sideline.
He said, Carr, is
Saying,
that
hey,
you?
you see 9.5 weeks?
Oh, my goodness. Well, the Giants, after 3 straight weeks of sub-500 opponents, they better leave their hat on, Steve. Oh, my goodness. They got the Saints next, Cardinals, Eagles. Look at that. Philadelphia to Oakland. Madden. Flores.
History.
Cable. 3 Super Bowls up there.
What about that one?
Donovan McNabb and the Eagles in the black hole. First play of the drive. Their 1st and 10, 3rd possession.
Oh,
Jason Peters goes down on this play, and he would not return.
and that's going to hurt.
Well, McNabb said after the game that his protection wasn't hurt and the running game wasn't hurt by that, but they hardly ran the ball, and McNabb got run down quite a bit in this game.
Right, by Richard Seymour.
2 possessions later for the Raiders. Russell down 3-0. Zach Miller grabs it.
Nice throw.
Zach Miller's still running. Look at this. Zach Miller is
Blocked
still
downfield
up and
by
at it.
Murphy.
Great block, Murphy.
That's a tight end going yard.
And Lewis Murphy with one last block.
Great block.
86 yards. That was almost more total yards than the Raiders had the entire game over the last 3
There's
weeks.
one. There's one. Go get somebody.
Go get him. Go get him.
That's great hustle.
2, now duck.
Oh, boy.
No doubt. Second quarter, 3rd and 10, 10th play of the drive for the Eagles, down 10-3. Here's Richard Seymour.
There goes that man again.
That was a good trade.
King Dunlap, one of the greatest names of all time. He's getting the royal treatment. He was getting crowned. Raiders had 6 sacks in the day. 27 ticks left in the half, trying to get some points before the half. McNabb calls timeout. Brian Westbrook tells him,
The situation.
they don't have any left. That's a delay of game.
Yeah, that's not good for a quarterback.
Led to a David Akers field goal. 10-6 at the half. Fourth quarter, it's 13-6, and the Pigeons
They want to
came
help.
out.
They just want to help.
Well, the help and
He's
look
in
at
the
this.
right. He's in the right colors.
He's running a good route.
It's a wedge buster.
He has the right colors on.
Look at him.
That is silver and black pigeon.
That's right.
But the rest of the Raiders weren't pigeons on this day, my friend. Yeah, 4th and 4, 2 minutes to go, down by 4, needing a first down. Deshaun Jackson scoops it, but he scoops it off the turf.
Good call.
Complete.
Great call by the official.
Raiders at next possession, 3rd and 10. All they got to do is pick up one more first down, and they could beat the Eagles. 3rd and 10. Jamarcus Russell to Gary Russell. First down.
Smart play, staying in bounds.
And the Raiders win a game in which the Eagles ran it only 9 times. NFL Game Day Final presented by KFC takes you to the black hole. Mark Sanchez coming off this 5-pick loss to the Bills. Jamarcus Russell, the surprising Raider win over the Eagles. but they didn't wear green, the Jets. They wore their old Titan uniforms. And on the first play from scrimmage, Calvin Pace knocks the ball loose from Jamarcus Russell, who coughs it up.
First play.
And then Thomas Jones, 4 plays later, Rex Ryan says, go for it on 4th and 1.
Look at the clock. It's almost 13 minutes left, and you're already scoring.
1-yard run for Thomas Jones. 7-0 Jets. That's your score next possession. Leon Washington.
Oh, boy.
This was his last play of the day, and if not his season. And some people are wondering if his career could be in jeopardy as his fibula popped through his leg, and he had surgery that day.
Praying for you, my man. Praying for you.
In Oakland, Jamarcus Russell is picked by Jim Leonard on the next Raiders possession.
Who was he throwing to, Mooch?
He's going to make a tackle, though.
He should. He got like 5 tackles on the season.
And then 2 plays later for the Jets, Mark Sanchez runs the QB draw.
Yeah, nice draw. Nice play call. Very well blocked.
Dunk it.
Yeah. And he's got up.
Can he jump?
Dunk it. With the left hand.
Back in his native California. He's feeling good. Next Raiders possession, Russell to the end zone. Terrell Rivas picks it.
This corner can play, huh?
Hey, that's a great play.
So with Leon Washington out and the Jets running the football, trying to keep Sanchez from winging it all over the lot. Sanchez had only 15 attempts. Sean Green, the rookie from Iowa, had 19 rushes, 2 touchdowns, and 144 yards rushing. Third quarter, Tom Cable. Many people wondering, why is Jamarcus Russell still playing when he's ineffective? Tom Cable pulls Russell.
Because we need a spark.
Marcus said, okay, I'm cool.
And Bruce Gradkowski trying to provide that spark.
Nice
with his legs.
footwork. Nice footwork, coach.
Look at that. First down.
Takes it to midfield. 6 plays later, Gradkowski realizes that Calvin Pace treats all Oakland quarterbacks the same. He got a sack fumble of Jamarcus Russell, and here he does the same to Gradkowski.
He's got to be aware of that rusher on the backside.
And the Jets get the ball back.
Same result.
Looks like Bardia Charest.
Bardia, I thought that was Doug Lee for a minute.
And Mark Sanchez to David Clowney turns that turnover into points.
Beautiful throw.
It's the worst home shutout the Raiders have ever suffered in their history. And Sanchez had enough time.
Is that a hot dog?
That's it, Mark. No more hot dogs.
Is that a Chick-fil-A? So with Jamarcus Russell and the Raiders in their house, the Chargers had a chance to gain a game on the Denver Broncos. Opening drive for the Raiders, first quarter, 5th play thereof. Jamarcus Russell coming off of his benching is picked.
Oh, come on. Isn't this like a thing?
Antonio Cromartie.
Yeah, he knows what to do with it.
With the interception. First play after the pick, Phillip Rivers. They're going to go for it to Malcolm Floyd, everybody.
And you got tall receivers that put it up and let him make a play.
And Malcolm Floyd makes the grab.
You got to be kidding me.
We'll take another look at that.
Come on, safety, find the ball. This is a lost art. Safeties in the NFL finding the ball.
And then 1 play later, they're going to go Wildcat with LT. That's LaDainian Tomlinson in the Wildcat, direct snap. And
just running power. That's all it is. It's a simple play they've been running forever. Touchdown, Chargers.
First opening drive touchdown of the Chargers all year in their powder blues. 2 possessions later, Phillip Rivers is intercepted by Chris Johnson, who takes it 20 yards the other way.
Man.
7 plays later,
crazy.
Raiders are knocking on the door. First and goal from the Chargers 3, and it's time for the son of
Huggy Bear,
Justin Fargas in the end zone to tie the game at 7. First rushing touchdown for Justin on the year. 3 plays later, it's Rivers to Vincent Jackson, who had himself a game 103 yards.
Up big to get that ball.
9 plays later, the 12-play drive is capped off by Vincent Jackson.
Wide open.
Chargers are up 14-7. Raiders go 3 and out. 3 minutes left in the half. Rivers to a wide open gate.
This is what they do best. They like to throw the ball to all their weapons and run a little bit of LT now and then.
And as for LT, there's a little bit of running him in the end zone. First multiple touchdown game of the year for LaDainian Tomlinson. Chargers up 21-10. 2 minutes left in the game. Raiders needing some points. Down by just 1 possession. 24-16, Jamarcus Russell sacked. Sean Phillips strips. But the Raiders recover. 2 plays later, Russell is sacked again by Sean Merriman.
There we go.
What happened on the play? Johnny Lee Higgins and Louis Murphy.
You got young receivers. In this quarter, first of all, you think this quarterback is going to be successful with that? Yeah. His habits and their habits.
Rough day overall for Tom Cable.
All right, the cable guy.
And this is not stoppable.
No.
Is us showing us this highlight.
You
You
can
can't
run.
stop this highlight.
Larry Johnson.
You might can't pass on the Raiders, but you sure can travel.
Jamal Charles runs it in as Casey loves playing in Oakland. I'll explain to you in a minute. Let's first of all, the offense in Oakland is just dreadful. What is Darius Hayward
They trying to catch a basket? Wow. 3.
Well, Jamarcus Russell sort of bore the blame for it. Tom Cable said no one was making plays, so he yanked his quarterback.
This is the second week in a row now.
Jamarcus out, Bruce Gradkowski in, and Doc B trying to get this game to the Raiders. But Darius Hayward Bay can't catch that.
And you're going in to win the game, and that happens.
Chiefs have won only 5 of their last 35 games. 3 of them have been in Oakland. They've won 7 straight. So Cincinnati is in Oakland after Pittsburgh's lost. They know Pittsburgh's lost. Bruce Gradkowski's getting his first start, even though Cedric Benson's not there.
Hey, that man!
You have to think the Bengals are going to take advantage of this,
should
right?
be a breeze, right?
2nd and 22. On the opening drive, Bernard Scott.
Nice feet, nice catch. Look at the verse, coach.
Rookie from Abilene Christian Division II school.
One of the many schools he attended. 119 yards rushing as well for Bernard Scott. And who's the one who runs it in? Carson Palmer picking him up, putting him down.
Go to the pylon, Carson.
7-0 lead. Palmer had another one, too, in the game. How did Doc B do?
Doc B. He was patient in the pocket.
He was patient in the pocket. He was operating here to Chaz Schillens. Over the middle, 25-yard gain. 8 plays later, Bruce Gradkowski to Zach Miller getting points on the board just before the half to make this a game.
Gradkowski is operating, isn't he?
Gives him a spark. He gives him a spark.
4th quarter, Raiders down 17-10. Bruce Gradkowski with less than a minute to go. To Chaz Schillens, there's the patient again, 16-yard gain. 2 plays later, 41 seconds to go. Marvin's nervous, pacing the waiting room.
I don't blame him.
Doc B in the pocket, stats,
operating. Get.
He ties the game with 33 seconds to go.
He's been forming open hard.
And then we show the returning kickoff.
Don't do it. No.
Fumbles it. He fumbles it. Andre Caldwell puts the ball on the turf.
What are you telling him, Chad? We would have won this game if you wouldn't have did that.
No.
That's what he's saying.
4 plays later, Seabass.
Guy from Florida State might
Florida
miss
State.
Got
You
it.
don't miss.
The Raiders shocked the Cincinnati Bengals 20-17.
It was you.
The Cincinnati Enquirer had it and dropped it. Is the headline. The Bengals, after their hugest win in a long time, to sweep the Pittsburgh Steelers and take full control of the AFC North, lose. They still have control of the AFC North because for the first time since 2002, the entire AFC North lost on the same day. A fact that's been brought half in part by the fact that the Raiders and Chiefs won on the same day for the first time since September of 2007. Welcome to NFL Network's coverage of the Denver Broncos hosting the New York Giants, the capper to the triple header that had this as the middle part of the sandwich. Bruce Gradkowski and the Oakland Raiders taking on Tony Romo and the Romo-friendly offense that scored only 1 touchdown in the last 2 weeks. So they decided to go wildcat middle of the first quarter, and to short choice, it works. A good choice here.
Wildcat right now, and that's a nice direct snap. See ya.
A 66-yard scamper that set up the first field goal of the game for Nick Folk. So the Cowboys still couldn't get in the end zone in the first half. That, however, would change in the second quarter when Romo began to cook with Miles Austin. It's been a few weeks since we've seen this.
It has been, but right here, you see they run Miles across the formation. If you play man, it's hard to cover a guy running across the field.
In the next play, the owner said, get this man the ball, so they did. And Felix Jones runs 46 yards to pay dirt, 10-0 for Wade Phillips and the Dallas Cowboys.
He might be their most explosive player. I know we've seen Miles do it, but when you put the ball in this kid's hands, boy, great things happen.
And the same thing for Miles Austin with a 20-yard gain.
Great route, like a whip route on that play. Fakes in and goes back out. And when you're playing man-to-man, that's tough to cover.
3 plays later, Romo over the middle to Miles Austin, who's tackled and then gets up and runs into the end zone. The refs confab and called that a touchdown, saying that Austin never touched the ground, and it sure didn't look like he did. But upon further review, They say his shin and ankle touched.
One shin or ankle is worth 2 feet.
So take Austin's touchdown off the board, and 2 plays later, put Austin's touchdown back on the board.
There he goes. Well-designed college screen. Just a walk-in. Nice job blocking downfield.
Yeah, you got to take a look at this. Patrick Creighton on the block. Watch him go out and get Chris Johnson. Great block right there.
What is he waiting on? Attack the receiver.
I guess he was waiting to get blocked.
Yeah.
Cowboys had 324 yards of offense in the first half. Again, they'd had a lot of offensive problems in that half. Third quarter, Bruce Gradkowski to Zach Miller wide open on 3rd and 3, moved the chains. 4 plays later, 11th play of the drive. Take this in, everybody. That's Darius Hayward-Bay in the end zone for the first time all season.
Finally got in there. Congratulations.
Yes.
The week after Crabtree.
Yes. We got the Crabtree. You're right.
But fourth quarter, the BFF had his best game of the year. 107 yards receiving for Jason Witten. It was a 44-yard play down to the Raiders' 8. And the Cowboys respond with a nifty drive of their own, capped off by Romo to Roy Williams.
Oh, nice route. Easy completion.
Romo with 309 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Austin scored, as you saw. Roy Williams scored. So the Cowboys now at 8-3 with 2 wins in the last 4 days. They rule the NFC East roost by a game and a half over the Eagles, who play the Washington Redskins. So let's go to Pittsburgh. Drama-filled Pittsburgh, PA. Okay? Ben Roethlisberger coming back after missing last week's game. Led to a whole big to-do with Hines Ward and all that. Pittsburgh native Bruce Gradkowski and the Oakland Raiders in the house, and they brought their game with them from the West Coast. Fourth quarter, taking the lead with 8 minutes and change to go. Gradkowski to Chaz Schillens. First lead of the game for the Raiders, 13-10, but Ben Roethlisberger coolly steps on the field, finds the Super Bowl MVP.
That's the MVP.
And there's Antonio Holmes cutting the other way.
This is what MVP do.
Down to the 3-yard line. And that set up the young running back, Rashard Mendenhall, who makes a play after first getting stuff. So, okay, the Steelers restoring order for the home folks, just in case we're getting nervous. The Raiders in the house, they lead again with 7 minutes and change to go, and the Raiders need a touchdown to take the lead. But back comes Bruce Gradkowski, who finds an open Lewis Murphy, and he's running for a touchdown, 75 yards.
Nice stutter step.
Gets it in.
Raiders back out in front with 5.5 to go. So, Big Ben,
Florida guy? You go for play action and the running game's not working.
calmly steps back on the field. On the plus side of the field, finds his Super Bowl MVP, Antonio Holmes, 21 yards. 2 plays later, a busted play. Don't worry, Big Ben's got a cool head.
Do what you do, Ben.
He's not going to slide.
At first, down to an Oakland 11, 1st and 10 from there. Next play, he finds his other Super Bowl MVP wide receiver.
Space man.
Nice
Nice.
Touchdown. So the Steelers restore order, stop the insanity in case anyone of their home fans was nervous that the Raiders are in their house. They need a touchdown now to win with less than 2 minutes to go, and they're deep in their own end. And Gradkowski finds Johnny Lee Higgins for 17 yards. And then 3 plays later, 3rd and 10, Gradkowski finds Todd Watkins for the first down. 4 plays later, Gradkowski, 2nd and 10, Gradkowski, all sorts of time, finds Lewis Murphy, and suddenly for the defending world champs,
Now they need a touchdown. A field goal doesn't help them.
is hot! Mike Tomlin's concerned, the block is hot. Doc B over the middle.
Oh, boy.
Johnny Lee Higgins is hit by Ryan Mundy, 15
Is
yards.
this helmet?
No,
to
that's a
helmet?
clean hit.
Boom. That's a clean helmet.
clean hit.
Helmet.
Big Ben could not believe they're not letting that go.
Put skirts on him.
2 plays later, Doc B to the end zone. Stat! Lewis Murphy's open! With 9 seconds to go, the Raiders on top of the defending world champs. Mike Tomlin cannot believe it's a 4th straight loss staring him in the face unless this Hail Mary is answered. Ben Roethlisberger heaves it up for grabs. No time remaining. And the Raiders knock it down.
Wow.
That's the way the Raiders stun the Pittsburgh Steelers,
Win.
who now need a win on Thursday Night Football to kick off Week 14. 2 home dates with the Packers and Ravens preceding a season-ending game at the Dolphins. The The Oakland Raiders taking on the Washington
Donkey!
Redskins. Donkey. Bruce Gradkowski coming off that rousing victory on the road in Pittsburgh. Bruce Gradkowski throwing it down the field at the end of the first quarter. That's a nice grab right there by Darren McFadden. Led to a Justin Fargas touchdown. Raiders up 10-7. But Jason Campbell got things going with Fred Davis in this game. 2 touchdowns for the tight end from USC.
Given time that he can make the plays, Coach.
They're getting better every week, this Washington team.
Next Raiders possession in the rain before the end of the first half. Doc B becomes the patient.
Oh.
He goes down as Chris Wilson brings him down, a knee injury. He left the game after one more play, which means... with Jamarcus Russell in the game,
it's just different.
It just fell apart.
It's just different.
Is it him or what is it?
A little bit of both.
What's the other? This is both.
This is okay.
Him, the other. The guy in the mirror.
He's got to play. You got to find out about this guy.
I think you're finding out.
You found out.
Bruce Gradkowski, it looks like...
What else do you need to find out?
I don't know.
Charlie Fry, he had the 2 starts and 43 DNPs since Jamarcus Russell's drafting by the Raiders.
That means...
Did not play.
Okay.
Gets the start over Jamarcus Russell in Denver, but Michael Bush was getting it done. 281 yards of rushing. The Raiders.
They'll do that to you every now and then.
Number 3 defense in the league.
On the Broncos. And they're up 13-9 in the third quarter. Kyle Orton finds Mr. 21 catches. Only 7 catches on the day.
That's all?
For Brandon Marshall, but that one puts Denver up 16-13, and that's Tom Cable telling his team to huddle up, to go for it on 4th and goal to start the fourth quarter.
Stay outside,
and
man!
That's when Denver stiffens on the run defense to keep Darren McFadden out of the end zone, and Denver's up 16-13. But Charlie Fry started the game. He would not last it. He took a terrible hit to the head, and that means it's time for Jamarcus Russell to come to the rescue for the Oakland Raiders. He, however, goes 3 and out.
Run!
Brandon Stokely's running. Run! But not fast enough. He's taken down before he can get to the end zone, and the defense kept Denver out of the end zone. They had to settle for a field goal meaning. Here's Jamarcus on 4th and 10 with a chance to win it with a touchdown drive if he gets the first down, and he does to Tony Stewart. Minute 18 left. Russell zings it into Chaz Schillings. 39 seconds left on the clock. 2 plays later, from the Broncos 10. Shoot it in there. Jamarcus Russell. Chaz Schillings touchdown.
What a drive.
Holy Gus Johnson, Batman. 4th and 17 for Josh McDaniels against the Raiders at home. It's converted to Tony Scheffler, but with no timeouts left. That will wrap it up.
He did.
And that's the way the Oakland Raiders go into Denver to shock the Broncos and wrap up the AFC West for the Chargers. The Chargers win over Cincinnati wasn't enough for the Chargers to wrap up the division. The Broncos needed to lose, just as they have done 6 out of the last 8 times to lose the division. They had seemingly wrapped up with a win over San Diego to improve to 6-0 weeks ago. How about the Cleveland Browns? Derek Anderson and Muhammad Massaquoi.
There's a good young player
Come
right
on,
here.
Chris.
Nice Lambeau leap. Derek Anderson is back.
17-6.
Now you got another quarterback.
Is that a Florida State guy?
Yes, he is.
Sebastian Janikowski from 61 yards out. See that?
Wow.
17-9, so it's a 1-possession game going to that. Charlie Fry starting against his former team for the Raiders in the least interesting revenge game angle ever.
Great one.
Oh, he is picked off by Brandon McDonald.
He's going to make the tackle.
Browns have won 3 in a row.
Trust me, the Raiders know
They're
how to
hot
tackle.
team.
The Raiders know how to tackle on offense.
And how about Jerome Harrison at 148 yards rushing? Win. They needed the Jets, Denver, and Ravens to all lose out, however, for them to get in the playoffs. And the Ravens later on in the afternoon were in Oakland as Ray Rice was running for the Ravens early on in this game. Gets on the plus side of the field after the 27-yard gain. Todd Hooray. 22 yards down to the Oakland 7. 2 plays later. What you talking about? 8 plays, 74 yards. Ravens up 7-0. It's 7-3 second quarter. Willis McGahee. This is an episode of Punk'd right here.
Now, this is abuse. Left hook. He going to file a restraining order on McGahee after the game.
That's Hiram Eugene doing the filing.
Looked like Adrian Peterson in that open.
I know his homies is killing him.
Wow. 77-yard run to put the Ravens up 17-3. Raiders with Charlie Fry on 34. He is, it's pass interference on Chris Carr. Keeps the drive alive. Tony Brennan getting some face time in our highlights. Charlie Fry to Zach Miller 7 plays later.
Nice Fry.
And like we've seen many times in the last few weeks, the Raiders starter not able to last. The Raiders starter
takes a lot of hits. Every pad that you could think of. He
passed
had on
over
pads,
in favor of
pads,
Jamarcus Russell.
Thigh pads.
So Jamarcus comes in.
Let's go. Let's see what you got, Jamarcus.
Do you think he's ready?
Well,
do you really think he is ready?
Daniel Ellerby picks him up. Wow.
Raiders' offense got a lot of tackles.
I mean, this is the guy who entered the season. This could be his year, the year he reaches his number one overall potential. And now he is in just because everyone else is getting hurt around him.
You think he really prepared for this game?
That would lead to Willis McGahee's third touchdown of the game, 21-13. Raiders' next possession. Not just the Raiders, but the Steelers needing Jamarcus Russell to come through right here. And he is stripped of the ball. And the Ravens, Daniel Ellerby doing the recovery. Nice set of downs in the fourth quarter for him. And the Ravens clinch the playoff berth. They win, and they are in the playoffs. Ray is going to New England next week.
Dangerous
as
team.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are eliminated with the Ravens win. They are the 7th team since 1990 to win a Super Bowl and then not make the playoffs the next year.